Alright guys, so my shorts did pretty well, so everybody's been telling me that I should have a YouTube. And you know what? I think it's time we start one. Here's what we going on. I'm just a guy with a house garage and a tent. And we have some Subarus, so what's on our agenda for this weekend? Fix the white Subaru. Okay, we got this 2007 STI, and like every other Subaru, it's got rod knock. So, take a walk around. It's in pretty decent shape. It has some rust on the quarters. A nice white pearl 07 STI. Okay. Alright, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to put a new engine in this. And what do we have for a new engine? Well, for the white STI, we got an IAG 750 here. Closed deck. And we're just gonna rebuild some stock heads, and we're gonna put some stock heads on this, and that white STI will party. I mean, it's only got an FP Blue setup, so it's a sub 400 horsepower car. He wanted to get a 550 block, but they were out of 550 blocks, so for a little bit more, he just bought the closed deck. All right, I guess there's nothing left to do but start getting on the day here. So, real quick, I just wanted to show you this too. He is getting an IAG 750, but originally he had brought me a freshly rebuilt forged rods and piston 550 from somebody he knows, and he just wanted me to check it out and make sure it wasn't a piece of shit. So I checked it out, and it was a piece of shit. This had heads bolted onto it like it was ready to go as a long block. He had paid to have this freshly machined and assembled, and it was supposed to be ready to go into the car. Clearly that's not the case. So, July 4th sale was going on. He got an IAG 750. That's what we're going to put into it. And she'll boogie. It's on an FPV Blue setup with 1050 injectors, some light mods. You know, not the fastest car in the world, but good for a street Subaru. Okay, let's clean off our little table here. You're going to want to inspect it. Here it is out of the packaging. We're just going to check all the sealing surfaces, make sure the deck looks good, make sure it didn't, rust over from some humidity or something getting in there. It's nice and lubed up, everything looks good. All the deck surface looks good. We don't have any broken or chipped bell housing from the shipping. Yep, everything looks good. All right, we're gonna get this onto the engine stand, and we'll prep it a little bit more, and then we'll get the engine out of the white STI today. Okay, we got an engine stand ready for that. Put the plastic back over it so that way, we're outside. Some bugs, a mosquito, spider doesn't crawl in there, whatever the case may be. Oh, we're gonna end up putting it on that engine stand there. But before we put it on the engine stand, you're gonna want to end up putting the rear together. So right now we're gonna move some cars out of the way, and we're gonna see if we can get the white STI up into the garage there. So this is a 2013 STI I just finished up. This one has my company's MJL Performance. It has one of their 550s in it. Check engine light is on because one of the cam solenoids isn't reading right now, so we're waiting on that. Literally just got this finished up 2 days ago, so all right. Put that down and we'll get back over to the garage. I would confirm that one has rod knock. That's confirmed. But one other thing I wanted to show you guys. That was my first time driving this car. The customer moved it into its parking spot where it was. Here's the shifter. What the fuck? Yeah, it goes into gear, but man, I've been working on Subarus a long time. I ain't never seen one that's gear. That's third gear. I ain't never seen one that bad. That's terrible. Okay, now we got everything done on the top side that we need to or can right now until we drain fluids. So first thing we're going to do is crack the two front wheels loose so we can get the axle bolt loose when we lift this engine up. You want to crack them loose so that way you don't raise it up and get it on jack stands and then realize that they're too tight for your impact gun. So do that first. Well, you saw that happen live. Sure fucking did. I'll tell you right now, the oil never comes out that fucking far. Of course. Okay. Got the fluids drained and the left radiator. All right. You can see we got pretty much everything on the top half of the engine disconnected. Radiator's out. A couple of the top bolts. All the bolts we could get off the downpipe. That's all out. And now we're going to start working on the bottom. I don't got good lighting, so I'm not going to show you most on the bottom. We'll kind of skip through that and go to when we're pulling the engine. Okay, we should mostly have everything off of this thing that we need to disconnect. I like to leave the engine as much as a whole as I can when I pull these, because it's easier for me to work outside the car than it is inside the car. Right now we got the motor mounts undone and everything else unbolted, so we're gonna take the jack and we're gonna jack the trans in the engine up so the motor mounts clear the separator. Put the wheels back on, we're going to tighten them back up. Then we're going to roll it back outside and we're going to clean up the engine bay. Okay, hopefully my phone doesn't fall. Okay, what we have here is an IAG 750 closed deck. First thing we're going to do when we take it out of the package is we're going to install the rear kit, so that way we can put it on the engine stand and do the rest. We leave the majority of it covered. We're outside in a tent, so that way no bugs or anything get inside of it. Just trying to be as clean as possible while being dirty. Okay, you're gonna open it up, remove your studs, feed those into the bottom if you want. Okay, first things first, we're going to install the rear main seal. So, let's get a rag, let's clean up the seal surface. Even though this is brand new, it's already clean. Sometimes there's a little oil there. Okay, going to take our rear main seal, dip our finger in oil, and lube the inner ring. Now, we're going to put the rear main seal on like that. Making sure the tool is clean. And we'll use our we have it. Looks pretty good. No damage. Okay, now we're going to install the front two blocks there. Okay. Cylinders already look like they're nice and lubed. I will re-lube them, but for now, that's pretty much as we could do. We got that one set up. We are absolutely going to wrap the plastic back around it. I'll get a zip tie for that. And now we are going to okay, now these are the cylinder heads that we're putting on the white STI. The problem with these is they were built by the guy who built that motor. These heads came on it, and I could already see there's dirt and trash in it, so I'm going to tear them apart. Not only that, we'll get further into this, but one of these heads has two valves that isn't the same. That isn't original to these heads, and that's going to mess with the combustion on those cylinders. So what we're going to do is we're going to tear them apart, we're going to clean them all up, and put them back together, and then we'll put them on the car. So I want to make sure these heads are clean and it doesn't destroy this $5,000 short block. So we're going to tear them all down piece by piece, go through them, make sure everything's right, make sure they're even usable. Well guys, that's it for part one of this STI build. We got everything clean. We got the short block on the stand. We got the motor out. So tomorrow we'll do part two, and we'll tear that motor down. We'll get the cylinder heads all cleaned up, and we'll start assembling. And then for part three will probably be install and break in and tuning. Part two will be assembly and install. So that's it. That's all I have for now. Like, comment, subscribe. I should be making maybe 1 or 2 videos a month coming up.